Annyeonghaseyo, everyone. Hello. Happy Friday. It is a bright, sunny Friday here on March 19th, 2021 here in New Jersey after a very dismally dull and dreary week that we had here in New Jersey. I have since, as you can see, we have a new view since we last filmed on Tuesday. I think I filmed on Tuesday last. I have since rearranged my computer desk because thanks to some suggestions from family members, aka mom, I have moved my desk around ever so slightly. Basically, I literally just moved my desk further down the wall and switched my computer screen from one side of the desk to the other side of the desk. So that way, whenever I'm sitting at my computer desk, I can look at my plants and out towards the window. I can't really see out the window from where I'm sitting, but I can at least see the view of my plants while I'm sitting at my desk. And when I'm filming, we have better lighting, so I don't have to worry about the lighting all that much. So there we go. So you can see there is my old table and the glass that goes on top of the table and my carpet that is sitting here in the corner of my dining room at the moment. While I'm not sure, I'm waiting on a friend to come check out the table that she may be interested in acquiring the table and chairs. And if not, I'm probably going to put it on a site to see if I can unload it for a reasonable price to discard it from my inventory. That is an unusually weird way of putting it, but whatever. It is Friday. I hope you are all having a great week. I did take a few days off from filming. I was just in one of those headspaces where I did not really have the mental capacity to talk about the lack of nothing that I did. And you will see I did basically a lot of nothing. But, so Tuesday, let's just get right on to it. Tuesday, I went to Walmart. Probably the first time I've been to Walmart in close to a year. I don't go to Walmart. If I need to get any kind of general supplies in a box store, I go to Target. This is not an advertisement for any one over the other. I'm not a fan of Walmart, so I don't go to Walmart. I have access to a lot of stores in my area. I live in a highly densely populated area. I try to avoid Walmart. One, because it is horribly busy. I almost got ran over in the parking lot. Two, did I say it was horribly busy? Three, and this was a Tuesday night. Three, I don't like going to Walmart. Four, people are rude and they don't pay attention to others around them. And they stop in the middle of the aisles. They don't have masks on. They're rude. And you don't often have that in other stores like you do in Walmart. So I try to avoid going to Walmart. Anyways, at least the ones in my area. Maybe it's different where you live. But I had to go to Walmart. And of course, while I was going to Walmart, they have a garden center and Target doesn't. So, I mean, Target will they have like pots and stuff. I know you guys just saw that bug flying around. I will say the mosquito bits have been helping. I have seen a decrease in fungus gnats. I think that's what they're called. Anyways, even though I got to get that one. They have also been slowing down, so I've been able to kill them quicker with my hands. So they have a garden center at Walmart, and it was definitely productive for me. I was able to acquire 2 plants while I was at Walmart. One was this beautiful African violet that was, actually this one I need to, do I want to have that one yet? No, I guess I'll leave that on there. A beautiful African violet, according to my coworker who is an African violet enthusiast. Looks like I need to put some water in this one. It is low on the water threshold. This is also a wicking. You can see there's the water line. So this one is in a wicking pot like I've showed you before. So you water it from the bottom. According to my coworker who is an African violet enthusiast, this one is called Hawaii. I thought it was neat. I love the outline of the flowers. So it's like a nice deep blue purple with that white outline. And then of course the gold of the pistils and stem, stamens, pistils and stamens. Had to think for a minute. So that is a beautiful African violet that I got. Has lots of great growth coming down there in the bottom. Has lots of great blooms on it. So I'm hoping it does well for me. Then I got something that I have been admiring for a while, and none of the stores in my area has them. I got a peperomia. Not only a regular peperomia, I got a variegated watermelon peperomia. So this is a watermelon peperomia. It even has growth down there in the bottom. Came in this nice ceramic pot. Of course, this also is in and I'm not going to be able to get it out, and I don't want to make a mess on my desk. So this is in a plastic pot on the inside and then a ceramic pot on the outside. They say these can be temperamental to grow, at least the videos that I watched. I think I might, and they say not to repot them if you don't have to, but I still think I might because that's the type of grower that I am. I might repot this into they say they grow best in terracotta. So I might go find a nice terracotta pot to put this in and see how it does in a terracotta pot. But that is a peperomia. And this is actually, it's a watermelon peperomia, but it's a peperomia argyria. Right there, and that's not gonna, really, right there, watermelon, underneath the watermelon. Argyreia. Argyreia. I only had 2 years of Latin in school, and that was years ago. So there we go, watermelon peperomia. So there are my 2 new plant additions to the family. Cool beans. Alrighty then. So now I did do a tiny bit of crafting. Actually, I did a whole lot of crafting, and then I had to rip it all out. So, first off, I had mentioned that I thought I was going to put that sweater that I had on the go, my sweater, the Intarsia sweater, the one that is brown with the blue color work, away. After thinking about it, because I had very little started on it, I pulled it off of the needles completely, cut it, and threw it away. And the reason I did that was I kind of lost my love of that sweater for now. And if I continue to have it in a project bag lingering, I'm going to have lots of angst over it. And so if I get rid of it completely, I won't have that lingering anxiety of I got to work on it. And that's been lingering for a year now. So I decided to cut where I had it and move on and put the yarn away. I will have the yarn for when I'm ready to come back to it. But until then, I have discarded, put the needles away, and moved on to a new piece. So that is where we are with that. So that is no longer an active project. It's no longer a start. It no longer exists. So that's where that project is. So it's wiped out of creation for me. But with that has come a new start. And I thought I brought over everything I need, and I didn't. Uno momento. So the only thing I've worked on since I last filmed was I started a new sweater. I started, messed it up, had to pull out 2.5 hours of work. That was Wednesday night. Thursday, I restarted, and now here we are today, Friday. So the new sweater I started is it's Drops Twilight, and I believe, I know for a fact this is a free download. I think I found this on Web's website, which is, no. Did I find this on Web's or did I find this on Web's or did I find this on Ravelry? I don't know. But this is, you can go to Drops website, which is garnstudio.com, and get this for free. So it's Drops number 135-39, and it's called Twilight. And that is what it will look like when it's done. So it's a basic V-neck sweater with a yoke that goes around the sleeves, and the yoke is a seed stitch pattern. And I'm using, if you remember, whenever I film over by Henry, and I had those 2 cones of yellowish color yarn, I am using the 2 cones of yarn, because that's what this is. This is Holst Garn Coast. So this is a, good question. What is this? This is a, Coast is a cotton wool mix. Holst Garn Coast is, get out of here. I already joined the newsletter. It is 55% merino lamb's wool and 45% cotton. Each cone is approximately 500 grams of yarn. So I'm holding it I'm holding it double, because that's what the pattern requires. Not that it requires you to hold double, but in order for me to knit this sweater, I need it to be double. And the color that this is Aconite. ACONITE. I got this on a spring cleaning sale that they had, so I got these 2 last year, and it's called Aconite. So here is my progress. What's going on here? Get out of here. Here's my progress so far. That's the tail. So here is the progress. So it's knit in the round from the bottom up, and kind of matches because that's my color. And here we go. So that is Aconite. That is the colorway that I'm doing. So basically I'm just doing the rib right now, and I will continue up the rib until I get to the body. So I'm making good headway. This is what I worked on. This is what I did last night. Basically what happened whenever I did this on Wednesday and I had to pull everything out, I had cast on everything. I did the first 2 rounds, and then I realized when I joined in the round, it was twisted. So it was never going to lay, it was never going to knit up in a circle. It was going to be like wonky. So I had to pull it out because you can't wear a sweater like that. But we're all good now. And we're knitting up in a sweater. What is also nice about this pattern is the fact that they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sizes. So it's small through triple XL. Now please keep in mind that small through triple XL, this is like European sizes. This is garnstudio.com. I'm not sure where Drops is. I think it's Netherlands, because Garn is Danish or something like that for yarn. Because this says I'm a double XL and I'm not a double XL in American sizes. So just keep that in mind. But they have a great selection of sizes for you to knit up. At least in my opinion. But I've only knit a handful of sweaters. So that is my current progress on anything I've done for the last 3 days. But this is not something I'm going to be able to travel with because it's on cones. This should be enough yarn right here to knit up the entire sweater. If not, I'll have to order more. Because that's all I have. All right, so the only other stuff I have to talk about is stuff I've gotten in the mail. And it's some kindnesses. So, first off, I had sent some kindness to one of our fellow FlossTubers, which is Tally Stitcher. She's a newer FlossTuber and her husband is a stitcher, and she sent me back some, she returned the kindness. So I just wanted to show, this just showed up in the mail today. So I wanted to thank Lydia and her husband for the kindness. And so she sent a couple Weeks Dye Works threads, which I don't have many specialty flosses, so this will be a nice addition to my collection. This is Cattail and Oak. And then she sent me some really neat things from, I believe it's the museum. She actually wrote me a very nice letter, but I forgot to read it before I started filming, so I'm going to go back and read that after I'm done filming. But some information from the museum. I think it's the museum that she works for in Tallahassee, and other stuff. So like a bookmark. And I'm thinking this is a drink coaster, but I'm definitely not going to use it as a coaster, which I love stained glass. And some postcards of historic architecture in Florida. And we all know I love architecture, which is something that she and I have in common. And she sent me a really neat magnet that is the Silver King brand oranges and grapefruit. And she knows me well because I love my citrus. But Florida is also known for oranges and citrus. But that's not all. She is also an avid, well, avid might be a strong word yet, but she is avidly designing architectural historical architecture cross-stitch pieces for her new Etsy store. So go check her out. And she sent me her latest design, which is the Singing Tower at Bach Mountain Lake and Sanctuary. So if you're interested in this pattern, go check it out on her Etsy store. I will link her her YouTube channel below. It's Tally Stitcher, but go check it out. I also have discussed her other channel, or her other pattern, which is the Cottazon, which is a really neat. It's part of the Ringling Museum and Home in Florida as well. So this is I love this one. I couldn't wait for this. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't wait for this one to come out. This is really, really neat. I love this kind of like tower type architecture. And what's even better is that she sent them in these really nice sleeves. So thank you very much, Lydia and Dave. I think it's Dave. And that's not all. I had another viewer send me some patterns. And I didn't ask for permission to say her name, so I'm not going to say her name, but you know who you are. She reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in some Renato Pearlin patterns that she had. And I didn't know which ones they were, but I'm not going to turn down a Renato Pearlin pattern because y'all know, well, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher, and this is my channel all about crafting, cross stitch, and plants and anything else I want to talk about here. But if you're not new to my channel, we all know I love Renato Pearlin. He's my favorite designer. But I definitely scored on this gift because these are three of my absolute favorite Renato Pearlin patterns that I had on my long list of I want to get one day. So thank you. You know who you are. I got La Foresta di Fons. I'm not even going to try to... I know it's the forest of something. Is it the forest of deer? That, I think, is... Well, I wanted all three of these, but and they're all ginormous. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted them. But they're trees, too, which I love stitching trees for some reason. So, La Foresta di Fons. I know I'm butchering it. Il Bosco di Bengston. Did I say that right? I don't know what that translates to. Is it the well, it's not forest, so what is that? The trees of Bengston? I don't know. If you know Italian, let me know. Look at that one. Love those trees. And then La Selva de Reyes. Reyes. I think this is this is my I hate to say favorite. This might be the one I stitch first. When I say that today, but in 5 minutes that might change. So you can see they're all very similar, that they're landscape style tree scenes. But they're also all very different when you actually look at them. Like this one's a little bit taller and has different types of trees. This one has, the trees are closer together. It's going to be a lot of fun to stitch these up. So I am looking forward very much to stitching these one day. One of them will be started very, very soon. And I think I know what fabric and threads I'm going to start one on. So you'll have to wait to find out. But I have some other things I have to do first, unfortunately. So until I get that started, I'm going to have to work on some other things first. So I hope you all have a great evening. Happy stitching, crafting, floss tubing. You might be floss tubing. That is a verb now these days. Gardening, exercising, knitting, diamond painting, shopping, hobbying. I don't know what you're going to be doing this weekend. But until I see you again, don't forget to always be creative.